Today I want to share a couple ways that you can uncover the most valuable hidden sales opportunity. How would you like people to want to work with you simply because you were you? How powerful would that unique selling proposition be? No one could compete with that because, truth be told, no one can be you. Have you ever been pitched a product or a service and you feel like you're talking to a robot because their sales scripts are so tight? Maybe a car salesman. Or if you've been pitched a timeshare. How did it make you feel? Did you feel listened to? It probably made you feel uncomfortable. Why is that? Because there is a huge lack of authenticity when that happens. And that is what people are looking for today. So today I want to share with you why authenticity is such a hidden and valuable sales opportunity, and how you can uncover that in your sales style, whatever it is. Consumers today are more educated than ever before. We all know in the past, if someone wanted to sell their home, they had to go to the brokerage, get the information, figure out what the best option was to even make a decision whether they want to sell or move or do whatever. Today, that's not the reality. The reality we live in is there's so much information online. It's full of information. Home sellers can go there, figure out all the information, feel comfortable with the information, and make a decision. But today, there's one thing that your prospects are looking for. It's the real deal. There's more BS out there than ever before today. It's in the news, it's in politics, it's everywhere. And even in our industry of real estate, there's so many dysfunctional sales tactics that really do not work. They actually harm us more than they help us. Today, if we even look at the organic culture, everyone wants real, free-range chickens, the list goes on and on. Here's my point. People want the real deal and they happily pay for it. They happily pay for something more because it's organic. Now, in the past, we saw commercials like this.
You know, this was me 5 years ago, and it's still me. Because I confess I'm a waistline watcher from way back. Well, that's enough for today. Now for a lively lift. Ice-cold Coca-Cola. There's no waistline worry with Coke, you know. Actually, this individual-sized bottle has no more calories than half a grapefruit.
I think we can all agree that would just bomb today because there's so much information out there. Or this John Wayne commercial. Here he's touting how cigarettes don't hurt his throat. He needs to protect his throat because he's an actor, so he smokes cigarettes. That would not go over today because there's so much information out there today that prospects, home sellers, home buyers have done a lot of research before they ever even call us. Today, a lot of times in sales, we have sales scripts. And so many salespeople tell me, if I just got a new sales script, man, that would just be like the holy grail that would unlock all these possibilities. Truth be told, many scripts commit 3 big sins when it comes to sales. Number 1, they feel scripted. Number 2, they don't fuel a conversation. And number 3, they make it hard to listen. So first, if we sound scripted, even if the home seller doesn't realize that, it sets off alerts in their brain and it doesn't feel normal. Number 2, if we don't fuel a conversation, there's no rapport. And 3, if we don't listen, there's no trust. But are all scripts bad? No, not necessarily. If we see a script that resonates with us, that helps us communicate our message more clearly, that's great. Then what we should do is take it and couple it with our personality, our sales style. That way it can become part of us. We don't just say, oh, this is a great script. Okay, I'm going to use it today. No, we practice and we tweak it and we change it and we add it to our toolbox. It should always be to communicate your value, and to communicate to the home seller better. Because scripts are not all bad. They're good. Many times, us realtors, we have this real estate jargon. And then we go use it on prospects, and they're scratching their head like, what are you saying? So scripts are good only when we make them our own. Because prospects feel when we're genuine, when we're the real deal. And it's hard to be the real deal when we're fighting within ourselves with this script. So when scripts are effective is when we make them our own. And this kind of separates us from just not being a salesperson. Salespeople don't really have a good rapport with prospects, with home sellers. It's a bad verbiage. And when it goes off in someone's mind, it's a salesperson, their guards are up. So when you're yourself first, and then you're there to sell, advise, help, that is when you can be a very powerful force for closing the deal. Because I think we can all agree that there's a lot of this hard struggles with sales in real estate today. And if we can separate ourselves by being more authentic, it's all about the home seller. That's what it says when we're being ourselves. We can have more empathy and we can understand the home seller better when we're not married to a script and we're trying to pound them over the head with a script. Because they feel when we're genuine. They feel when we are the real deal. And this whole thing of like, I gotta make every sale and everybody's a number to me. I have some people that I went out to dinner with the other night, and they're constantly self-promoting themselves. And it was so annoying. And I've been with people who are constantly helping people, whether they're friends, family, their sphere is growing tremendously and very profitable, but they're always ready to help. And they're coming across totally different when they're being themselves and they're ready to help. These people I was with the other night were just self-promoters, and it was so annoying to me. They actually got up and went and found some other people to talk to. So what I would recommend is make sure you are yourself first and then be there to sell. Because it's easy to educate the prospect, to help them, and be yourself. No one wants to sell like that Coke commercial or the John Wayne commercial. And those were just older ones I pulled out because to show the lack of information that was back then, and it has continuously grown. But there is a slew of companies today that have just dive bombed on marketing campaigns because it did not resonate with the people they were trying to reach because it wasn't real. Saying one thing, doing another. Having a pushy sales tactic, being scripted, and then trying to be yourself. It just doesn't work. So what I would recommend, take those scripts, make them your own, practice them. Don't be afraid to change them. Don't be afraid to have conversations with people. Conversations unlock so many opportunities. Sales pitches get very little sales opportunities, especially in real estate when everyone's a realtor. They have a mom, a mother-in-law, a sister, a brother, an uncle, an aunt, a friend, a coworker. When you're yourself, you have this unique sales proposition that is different than anybody else. So why would you ever want to cover that up? This way you can feel good about how you're selling, make more profit by being yourself, and leverage the authenticity with how you sell.